Hello, everybody. We have a little partnership podcast here with Birds of Space. Together with me here today, we have Ali, who is the CEO of our partner project. And we will be doing a little presentation about the general project and also what interactions they are going to have with the Roburna blockchain. Ali, welcome here to the podcast. Please present yourself.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today. And I really appreciate you all taking your time coming to this AMA today. For those who don't know, my name is Ali. I, with my team members, founded Birds of Space, also formerly known as Spacebirds. Professionally, I have a background in business management. I have my MBA. And I've also been very passionate about blockchain and blockchain-based gaming. Hence why we started Birds of Space. On our team, we have two developers, one working on full stack products, and then one working on Spacebirds, which is our play to earn game. We also have two NFT and game character designers on board, and with a team of moderators, which I'm sure which you guys know. But yeah, that's my small introduction, and I'm sure Robona community have some questions they would like to ask as we move forward with this podcast or AMA.
So I think we will initiate where you and me will just go through the project a little bit. So I'll be asking you a few questions. So you have the Birds of Space game already live. Where will people be able to play this game?
Yeah, so Birds of Space is launch flagship product is called Spacebirds, which is already live on Play Store. We are currently applying for iOS listing as well, but as most of you know, iOS listings can be a little lengthy because of their checks and balances. But yeah, we are currently in beta testing. We are live on Play Store. You can go ahead and search for Spacebirds and then download it and play it for yourself.
So the game is currently public on the Play Store, right? So anybody will be able to go in on Play Store and get to play it even without having NFTs or anything like that at the current moment, right?
Correct. So we currently have around 150 downloads already. We launched a few weeks ago on Play Store. So yeah, anyone can go there and then download and play the game.
Perfect. So for anybody who want to test out the game, you can go in on Google Play Store and search for the game. I will have my team now share the link as well for those who are in here, so you can go in and find the game if you would like to test it out. I have some more questions myself, but I can see there's already getting questions here from the community. And Samuel is asking if you can explain how the NFTs and the feeding is working in your ecosystem.
Sure. So I'll explain you the gameplay mechanics of Birds of Space. So with each user, their journey begins with egg NFTs, which they can acquire through various means such as giveaways and they can purchase from our own native marketplace. Each egg NFT, holds a potential to hatch into a one-of-a-kind bird character. We currently have 6 species that you can hatch into. And you can hatch them in our Nest platform, which also stands for NFT Energizing Space Terminal. I'll ask one of my mods to go ahead and provide you with the links. But yeah, once you acquire the egg NFT, you can go ahead and hatch them. After 7 days, the bird comes out. And once the bird comes out, you can feed them with our native token, which is called BOSS token, BOSS. Once the bird is fed, you can then use it in Spacebirds to play the game and earn tokens. So that's a very quick roundabout of our gameplay.
Okay, that's a very unique setup that you have there for the game and the feeding. And what is the benefit for for the NFT holders by feeding and basically upgrading their NFTs? What is it that they get back besides getting access to the game?
Yeah, so besides access to the game, they can earn API. The API is based on rarity, on what rarity they get. So we currently have around 4 rarities for each bird, which is common, uncommon, and rare and legendary, each one with their own unique percentages and unique attributes. So yeah, once you hatch your bird, you can go ahead and feed them with boss token, and then once they are fed, they can give you API.
Okay, that's very, very interesting. So then we have a small introduction to the game. I will obviously recommend everybody here to go in, download the game, and have a test. If you have an Android device, then you can simply enter the Google Play Store and download it to test it out for 100. It's 100% free to test out, and and that way you can see the quality of the game. And Samuel, I hope we answered your question here. So, Andy, can you explain where will people be interacting? I know that, as you mentioned, you had your project and you have been rebranding. So earlier you were on the BSC network, but where will you be going live now when you relaunch the project?
Yeah, so we currently are in our phase 1. You can go ahead and check our roadmap in a white paper, but we're currently in phase 1, and in phase 1 we are currently going ahead and doing our private sale. Once the private sale is done, we'll go ahead and do our pre-sale. Now, after the pre-sale is done, the 40% of the total raised amount from the pre-sale will be used to launch our BOSS token on Robona chain. That will occur 1 week after we launch on Polygon, so we have enough time to hype up the Robona launch, and then enough time to market the launch as well.
Okay, so you'll be initiating on the Polygon blockchain, and then 1 week after launch, you'll be going into the Robona blockchain. I know I can see some faces here in our AMA or in our podcast here who already are inside of your community. And as you're relaunching and migrating holders, is there any possibility for holders to get their holdings on the Robona blockchain directly when you relaunch?
Yes, there is. Once we conduct our pre-sale, the previous holders will have the chance to choose between Polygon and Robona. We'll go ahead and give out a form they can fill on which blockchain they want the tokens on. Once we have their data, once we have the information, we can airdrop them their tokens based on their preferences.
Okay, so should there be any holders here who already come from the earlier version of the project, then you now know that you will be having the possibility to come in and migrate your tokens directly into the Robona blockchain if this is what you wish. And how will it work with the NFTs and everything? They will also be mintable on the Robona blockchain then, right?
Correct. We also are integrating Robona on our platforms and on all our utilities. This includes Spacebirds, Nest, and Marketplace.
Okay, that sounds very good, very interesting. So yeah, Andy is going to have one of the early projects that's going to launch with NFTs on the Robona blockchain. So for those who are into NFTs and those who are into gaming, this might be something that's very interesting for you guys. Let's go into a little bit more depth about the project and the token itself. So how is your tokenomics, your taxes of the project, and
Yeah, so we currently when we launch, we'll have 3% tax on the total buy and sales. Our total token supply is 1 billion tokens. Liquidity that will be provided initial will be 17.25%. Then we have 8% scheduled for private sale, 17% scheduled for pre-sale, and then we have around 10 to 15% reserved for Spacebirds, so the users can earn from there. I also want to mention that we will be doing an ICO on a centralized exchange after during the pre-sale.
Okay, so this was an important detail. So when you will be going live with your pre-sale, that will be done on several platforms. You'll be doing a regular DeFi pre-sale, and you'll also be doing a small pre-sale on a centralized exchange.
Correct. We'll be doing on two platforms, one on Airport Swap and then one on centralized exchange.
That's very, very interesting. And for those who haven't seen this setup before, then I can tell you that when you do an IEO on a centralized exchange, that means that you will already be pre-listed on the same exchange. So as soon as this gets public, which exchange Ali is gonna have his IEO on, then you will know that this exchange is already pre-agreed to also be listing on Launch. So that means that trading will be possible both through DeFi exchanges and obviously on Polygon they have a wide variety of DEXs, and it will also be enabled on this centralized exchange that Ali have made a partnership with. So this allows for more accessibility into the project. And in general, in the space, we always see some hype in regards to centralized exchanges, right? So yeah, this guarantees that the project will be pre-listed on this exchange. Okay, I'm sitting and looking through your website here, and I'm looking at the Nest platform and your marketplace. So the Nest platform, this is where people, they will be able to hedge their X, is that correctly?
Correct, you'll be able to hedge your X, you'll be able to feed them. And then we have a new feature coming in on Nest, which is called Trading Station, where you don't need to buy or sell your NFTs, you can just trade them with other community members and in return for their NFTs.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So that's like a P2P feature, but with NFT trading instead of
correct. And
right?
the fun part is you don't need to be on Polygon to do it. The user can be on Robona, and then I can be on Polygon, and then we can switch our NFTs in a peer-to-peer manner.
Okay, that's a very interesting feature. That also gives some cross connections inside of the Robona ecosystem. So this I'm very happy to hear. You actually didn't tell me about this before the AMA, so even or the podcast here. So even I'm gaining new information. And the marketplace, is this a regular NFT marketplace where people they can go in and list their NFTs for sale, or how is it your marketplace works?
Correct. So if you're a user or hold Spacebirds of Space NFT, you can go ahead and sell your NFTs there if you want to get rid of them, or if you want to auction them, bid on other users' NFTs, or buy other user NFTs. Our egg NFTs are also available on our marketplace, which you can buy them for the price that we'll disclose later on.
Okay, that's very, very interesting. Perfect. Community, we are soon through my own questions today. So if there's anybody who have any questions to Ali or to his team, please drop the questions inside of our main chat. As you already know, for those who have joined several of my presentations, we have had an accident last year, so we do not allow people to actually speak in our presentations. But if you have any questions, please drop the questions inside of the main chat so we can go over these. I think I'm getting to the end of my own presentation, but I would like to hear more about the game, which is obviously the main utility here. So where are you looking with the game, and what is the roadmap for the game? Do you currently have one map live, or do you have several maps that people they can go in and interact with?
Correct. So we are currently finalizing our first ever map, which is Earth map. And at the end stages of rolling that out in the next update. But we do have three maps in total for the game, which is Mars, Moon, and Earth. First one being Earth. But along with the maps, we have three actually mods you can play. One is free to play mod, where you don't need NFT, but you also don't earn anything on any tokens. You have a single player mode, and then you have multiplayer mode where you can go around and play with your friends.
Okay, so there's more coming to the game. This is always good to hear that there will be coming more things in the future, right? I can see we got a question here from Anders. We actually have answered this, but let's do the confirmation here for the AMA. So Anders is asking if we can use the boss token on Roburna, if that's correctly understood.
Correct. So after we launch on Polygon, a week after later that you can use boss token on Robona, and not just use for trading. You can use on our other platforms as well, which includes our NAS platform, marketplace, and the Play-to-Earn game.
Perfect. So to confirm for the community, the token will not only be tradable, but you will also be able to use it inside of the Birds of Space ecosystem for the NFTs, for feeding, for hedging, for incubating the NFTs, and also to trade with the NFTs. And Ali just mentioned earlier that the trading will even be able to happen cross blockchain. So you'll be able to trade NFTs that are on Polygon and trade them on with users on Robona network, or worst rise, you know. So if you have it on Robona and you want to sell it to a user on Polygon, that will also be available. So this is very, very interesting. Always good to see cross-chain features. And Ali also mentioned earlier in our presentation here today that the Presale, which will be a whitelisted Presale, if I'm not wrong, that will be going on the Arboswap Launchpad. So we're also interacting with other protocols from our own ecosystem. Community, is there any thing else that you would like to ask Ali about in regards to the game, Birds of Space, or anything else that you would like to ask questions about in regards to our partner here?
Yeah, so Samuel asked a good question. Will there be a leaders board, and how does competing level work? So yes, there will be leaders board, and then you'll be able to create your own profiles within the game. There'll be 5 quests every single day. So 5 quests, and then they'll renew after 24 hours. But yeah, there'll be leaders board. You can compete with the other players within our game.
Okay, thanks for confirming that. Ali. So for those who have that question, there will be leaderboards, and there will be a quest system on a daily basis inside of the game. So this will give a lot of interaction, and this will make it worth to come back on a daily basis into the game, as there will be coming new quests every day. So this is very, very interesting. I'm excited to see how the game evolves. I've obviously been testing the game a little bit myself in the background, and I think the graphics are really, really good for the game. I can also see one of our community members have already downloaded the game and have shared a little screenshot here. In terms of the game, Ali, what other platforms are the game gonna come on? You mentioned that you are currently waiting for an approval for the iOS to come on the App Store for Apple. But will the game come on other platforms, or will it be only not only as in anything bad, but will it just be a mobile game, or will it be coming on other platforms as well?
Yeah, so the game will be on 3 platforms, iOS, PC, and then on Play Store.
Okay. So you mentioned here that it will be coming as a PC version as well. What is the time frame for the PC version, more or less, just for the community to know?
You can play on PC right now if you want to, but you'll have to use third-party apps such as BlueStacks. Once you download BlueStacks, you can download a game on the platform and then play it on your PC. So it's available right now if you like.
Okay, so it's already available for PC as well, for those who prefer to play on PC. Yeah, community, I will give you a last chance to drop more questions for Ali. If not, then we'll keep the presentation short. I'm sure Ali will be coming back as we move forward and his project are completing these phases that he have mentioned here in our presentation. But if you have any questions today, please let us know as soon as possible so we can get them answered here in our presentation. I'm currently looking over the chat. So if you do have any questions, ask them here inside of our chat. And if you don't have any questions at the current moment, and they should appear later, I pinned the group into Birds of Space, and Ali and his team are active inside of his own community to answer any questions. I can see we are getting a question here. How do I go about downloading the game for PC?
So there's a third-party app called BlueStacks. You will have to download on your PC. Once it's downloaded, you have to install Play Store in BlueStacks, and then just type in Birds of Spacebirds, and then you'll be able to play it on PC. I can give you a step-by-step guide if you DM me or stop by in our community.
I think we should do it like this. If you could make the step-by-step guide to me, Ali, then we'll be posting tomorrow for our community a little guide how they can get and interact with you, and make sure that they have all of the links and everything into your community, into your game and everything. So we would like to make a complete post about your project, and if you could give me the step-by-step guide, then I'll forward it to our team. So we can get this public for the community, because I'm sure there will be more people who would like to know how we can get this game on our PC.
Of course. I'll make a step-by-step guide on how to download Spacebirds on PC, and then I'll share it with you and your community.
Perfect. That would be awesome. Okay, it seems like we have went through the community's questions. I'm going to give one last chance if there should be anybody who would like to ask some final questions. If not, then we will be finalizing the presentation for today, and we'll be coming back again with more information about Astrobirds in the coming weeks as the project moves along here. But I will give a final minute for the community if there's anything that you would like to ask here before we end our presentation. It seems to me that your project is very interesting. I can see a lot of interest in several of the groups that we have from the Robona community. I know that we have several people inside of our community who's already interacting with your community as well. And I would like to wish you the best of luck with your relaunch. You have definitely put a lot of efforts into your game. So this is always something that's very good and interesting to to see. It seems like we have went through the questions now from the community. Ali, do you have any last words that you would like to tell our community before we end today's presentation?
Yeah, I mean, if you like to know more about Birds of Space or any of our utilities, you can definitely DM me or ask us in our chat. But again, thank you for having me on this AMA, Lars and the Robona family. I really appreciate it. But of course, I'll be coming back from time to time, and we'll be having, I'm sure, more chats in the future as well.
Perfect. Thanks for the kind words, and thanks for joining here today. The pleasure is on our side. We are happy to always introduce new partners here to our community, and I'm sure that this partnership is going to grow very, very well together. So yeah, thanks everybody for joining today's podcast. We will be taking a day or two to go through this recording, optimize it, and get it uploaded on our YouTube. In the coming days, we'll be sharing more information about Birds of Space and links and tutorials on how to get into the game. Remember, the game is already live on Google Play Store. So for anybody who should want, you can go in on the Google Play Store right now, download it, and get started with an Android device. Thanks everybody for listening in. See you all soon.
Thank you, guys.